days around.
Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today, Spurs suffered a shocking 4-1 loss to Chelsea at home as Spurs see their undefeated record come to an end. It was a real catastrophe for us as we suffered 2 red cards and had 2 goals disallowed. This match pretty much had everything you could ask for. We now sit in second place in the Premier League with 8 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. And Chelsea move out of the bottom half of the table into 10th place with 4 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. We were pretty much fighting a losing match after we lost pretty much our whole back line to either injuries or red cards. Romero and Udogie got red cards, and Van de Ven went out limping with this really bad hamstring injury. I really hope he's okay. And we saw Eric Dyer and Emerson both come in and play center back, which they never play, which is very unusual. And I have to say, they did do a very good job. And despite being down to 9 men and battered by injuries, we still played really aggressive and showed our passion and desire that we still had something to get out of this game. And overall, despite the 4-1 loss, I think we still have a lot of good things to take away from this game. And yeah, I think we should be really happy. Despite 4-1 loss, 2 of the goals that we conceded were in stoppage time that Nicolas Jackson scored. But if you look at those goals, we were just desperate. We could not hold on any longer. We had nothing left in it, no gas left in the tank for us. And they really put 100% in, all the Spurs players. They put 100% of their effort in today. And really, they tried, but nothing really went our way today. Nothing at all. As for the players' individual performance, I think Vicario did an outstanding job in goal today. He made some really key saves. He was pretty much our super keeper today. He was probably one of the many players who put 100% of their effort on the line today. He put his life on the line basically at some points with some of those sliding tackles, some dangerous sliding tackles where he had to be really brave to do. He's basically playing super keeper at the end. And we had such a high line, we were basically just waiting for Chelsea to be offside, and then Vicario, he had to save us so many times, get off of his line and come out and just boot the ball away. And he did a fantastic job at that, and he made some key saves. Now onto our defense. I think Romero, I think he was one of the only players that had a really poor performance today. I think he just did not look himself. That was a pretty poor challenge for the penalty. It was also a bit unlucky, I'd say, because he got the ball. However, the follow-through it was a high boot on Enzo Fernandez, I believe it was, and I think that was the main factor that made him get sent off. It was rather unlucky, but other than that, he also didn't really play that well. As for Mickey Van de Ven, I thought he played pretty well at the beginning of the match, and I feel so bad for him. And he's such a key player, and it's going to be so hard to lose him and to play without him. I really hope his injury is short-term and it's not that long. It did look pretty bad. Normally with hamstring injuries, sometimes you can walk after, but Van de Ven, he cannot even walk. He had to be helped off. Not on a stretcher, but he could not put any pressure on his right foot or left foot, whichever one it was. So that's pretty concerning. Udogie was sent off later in the game. I feel like that was his first yellow card. Could have been a red card, which was in the beginning of the match. And then he saw himself get a second yellow in the second half. And as soon as he made that challenge, I think he knew he made a mistake and that he was gonna get sent off there. And that was pretty unfortunate because he was having a pretty good game. And then I believe it was Emerson who had to come on, or Emerson might have came on before that, but we really had to adjust after that. That was when we pretty much were starting to lose hope. We still had hope, but that was where everything started to go down for us. As for our substitutes who came on in midfield, I thought they did a really good job. After Eric Dyer has had so many poor performances and all the criticism he gets, I think he had an amazing performance today. He defended really well when we needed him. When we needed him, he stepped up, and for that disallowed goal he had, that was actually a really good finish. I have to say, that was like a striker's finish that he had for the disallowed goal that was offside, marginally offside. I was jumping and screaming off of my feet at that moment because I was so happy. But then flag was raised, and for the second time, or actually probably for like the 5th time in the match, because Chelsea had like 2 disallowed goals too. So yeah, I think Dyer did do really well, and Emerson Royale also did really, really well. He had to adapt to playing center back, and he showed, like, he went 100%, like Dyer, Royale, and Højbjerg, who all were the 3 subs that came on, who had to play defense pretty much. They showed brilliant passion, desire, and effort, and they really, you could see at the end of the match, they were just exhausted. There was nothing left in their gas tank, and that means they really put everything on the field, and they left everything on the field, and they did their best, which was, I think, a good thing to take out of this match, and they did play very well. As for Skip and Bentancur, I think they both also played very well, very energetic. They were aggressive, even when we had 9 men. They were still aggressive, playing a high line, trying to get a goal even when all hope was lost, but we just were not able to get it, and yet again, they left it all on the field, and they gave their 100% as well. So it was just really unlucky. I think nothing went our way today. And for Sar and Basuma, I think they both had a pretty good game. Basuma had a very steady game. I feel like he kept his head really well, because I know recently he's been getting a lot of yellow cards. And he got the 2nd yellow too. Before earlier this season, so I think he did a good job of keeping his men. He also played well, and so did Sar. Sar got an assist for Kulusevski's goal, and that midfield was pretty solid until it all came apart after the 2 red cards. As for our attackers, Brennan Johnson had to come off after the red card, so we could have a defender come in, and I think that was the right thing to do. I think he knew that someone had to come off. Someone had to come off in order for us to get another defender on. And it was kind of disappointing because he got the start today and he had a chance to show that what he could do, but I think he'll definitely get more chances in the future. James Maddison had a stunning performance. What a pass for the first goal. What vision from him. And that injury from that ankle, that left ankle I believe it was, that's really concerning. He was able to walk, but I think we brought him off just as a precaution. So hopefully it's not that serious of an injury. Hopefully it was just a precaution to take him off. Because I would rather just lose 1 game than lose Madison for even 4 weeks. I'd rather lose a game than lose Madison for 4 weeks, honestly. So I think that was the right decision to take him on the 45th minute. On our right wing was Dejan Kulusevski. Decky, great goal from him. Even though it was a deflection, kind of scrappy, he did really well to get into that position. And I think his work rate was incredible the entire match. He was working really well on that right-hand side. And at some points, he was the only man up. And he managed to show brilliant hold-up play and wait for the team to get up. And then he somehow salvaged a chance. That was really good play from him, especially in the early parts of the second half before he was substituted off. So a lot of bright things from Maddison and Kulusevski today. As for Son, who sat up top, really did not have much action after we were down to 9 men. He did score a brilliantly finished disallowed goal in the early stages of the match. He was offside by such a little margin. It was literally his toenail that was offside. It was so close. It reminds me of that 2-1 loss we had against Leicester right before Mauricio Pochettino got sacked in the 2019-20 season. That was when Kane scored while he was lying down. Then I believe it was Serge Aurier who scored, but Son was marginally offside. This is what that reminds me of. But that's just really brutal, really cruel. I think it's so unlucky, really, because he deserved that. He really deserved that goal, and it was really well worked too, and literally less than 0.1 of a centimeter offside. Less than 0.1 of a centimeter. That's crazy, and that's still offside. That really shows how messed up VAR is. And this whole match really shows how messed up VAR is. It literally intervened for every single contact. Every single contact. I mean, VAR is a good thing, but it has to be used in the right way. And today was nowhere near used in the right way. And it sparked so much controversy. But I think Son had a great performance. Nearly scored to the end. He was so close. Like all the other players, he put in 100%, left it all out on the field. and I think he should be happy with his performance. Every Spurs player, except I'd say Christian Romero, should be happy with their performance today, because they have a lot of good things to take away from it. Looking ahead, next weekend we take on Wolves at 7:30 in the morning Eastern time on Saturday. So any of you on the East Coast, wake up early and watch Spurs while you're having breakfast. That will be fun. It'll be fun to see if Van de Ven, I don't think he'll be, like, after today, there's a very low % chance I don't think he's going to be able to play, which means Eric Dyer will probably have to step up. I'm not going to say that's a necessarily bad thing after his good performance today. I hope he continues his form if he does play against Wolves next weekend. But he really has to keep consistency, because that's one thing, that's like his biggest enemy, consistency. He's never able to be consistent, but we'll see. Maybe might be consistent this time. And we'll also have to scramble for another center back, since Christian Romero will be suspended, which means we're gonna have to have a completely new 2 center backs. I think Porro and Emerson will stay left back, since Udogie will be obviously suspended. But it's gonna be really tough to work out a back line. I think Basuma Sarr in midfield will be pretty much the way to go in midfield. Madison, I hope he's fit. I think he'll be fit, because I think today was only a precaution. I think Johnson will get his chance. Kulusevski and Son will also be back in the starting lineup. So yeah, it'll be very interesting next weekend against Wolves how we put together our back line, and it's going to be very interesting. I hope these injuries do not affect us too much, because we really lost some key players today. But overall, this was a great match today. I think we played well. We played well despite the 4-1 loss, and a lot of good things to take away from it. We played with passion and desire, and I think Ange will be proud of the performance. We were pretty much fighting a losing match from the 55th minute on, but we still had hope. I think that's something to be proud of. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed our video. Like the video, comment down below your thoughts on the match. And until next time, come on you Spurs!